All right, guys, today we're going to take a look at how to convert your leads into clients. Now, in my previous emails, and if you've ever had a conversation with me, this is the bread and butter of all online real estate lead generation. I can generate you leads all day long, but if you don't know how to convert them, you will never be successful. And I say that in the politest way because I want you to be successful. The point is, it's not a cut and dry solution. So I'm going to show you how I help agents convert leads into clients, okay? Now, there's multiple parts to this, so we're going to kind of go over everything and show you the rough structure of everything and how it all works. So first things first is we have our Facebook ad, okay? This is what we're going to be showing to the actual demographic or the person we want to work with, okay? So this is all set up through the targeting in our Facebook account. And what we want to do is show them something, whether it's a homes list or a listing, to get their information. So then they're going to give us their name, email, and phone number, all right? So that's a lead. That's the definition of a lead. Now, people always say, are Facebook leads good? Are they good quality? Yes, there's nothing wrong with leads. It's your ability to convert them, which is the issue. And that's why we go back to how to convert the leads, okay? So once we have the lead, what happens? That's the most important part, all right? Anyone can generate the lead. It's converting them that is really the where the money's at in this entire process, okay? So a lead comes in, we need to put them into a CRM. So what's the best CRM? It doesn't really matter. Don't overthink it. I recommend LionDesk. You know why? Because it is a free 30-day trial, and then it's $25 per month. Anyone can afford that. If you can't, then you're in the wrong business, okay? That is the most affordable that I recommend. I've used conversion, pretty much everything in between. If you don't want to spend a few $100s per month, use LionDesk, okay? Because it does everything you need. So the lead comes in, we add them to the CRM, use LionDesk, whatever it may be. And then what we're going to do is start the nurturing process, okay? And nurturing process just simply means, follow up. And ideally, this is all done, I wouldn't say ideally, but you could do this all manually, right? You could call them, you could text them, you can email them. But when you're dealing with hundreds of leads per month, you can't nurture all of them efficiently if you're doing it all manually. So what we do is automation, okay? So we're going to automate all of this. And again, we're going to do that through the CRM and other tools. So I'm going to jump down here and start automating this process, all right? So the most important part when a lead comes in is to get a hold of them as soon as possible and open up as many lines of communication as possible, okay? So that's why what we do is set up email. We text them. We have the agents call them. We also do a voicemail drop, okay? So those are 4 different ways. Additionally, I recommend Facebook Messenger and connect on LinkedIn, all right? The whole point of this is we're connecting and opening up as many lines of communication as possible, because everyone has their preference on how they like to communicate, okay? So we have multiple, 6 here, minimum. These are the main ones we focus on right here. This is some bonus if you're going above and beyond, okay? So email. If you're showing a listing, just send them an email right after. And this is, again, automated. So when you go into LionDesk or whatever your CRM is, anytime you import a new lead, you can say, hey, I want to send each new lead that comes in this email. So we got email. Let's use some cool little things over here. Email 1, and then maybe say a day later, email 2, and maybe 2 days later, email 3, okay? So, and this can go on forever. So that's the whole point, is we're getting in their inbox. Hey, thank you so much for signing up. Here's the listing you wanted to look at. If you have any questions, feel free to respond back. I'm happy to help. Boom. That's one line of communication open. Text. Text is the most important, guys. Everyone open text. 97% of texts are read. 93%, I believe the stat right now, is read within 3 minutes. That's an insane open rate. That's like, if you're not using text messages to follow up with your leads, then you're doing it wrong, okay? This is where we get the most success, is text. Again, hey, this is blah, blah, blah name. Thank you so much for checking out this home. What did you think about it? Or when are you looking to buy or sell? Whatever it may be. There's different response rates depending on what you're saying, so play with that. But 100% have text. Calls. Ideally, you would call the lead within 2 minutes, okay? Because we have a short attention spans. People come in, they become a lead. If you're not reaching out to them, they might go to a different agent, okay? Or might look at a different home, and that agent's actually calling within 2 minutes. So 2 minutes is a sweet spot. I know that's hard, but if you're serious about this, I would highly recommend it. Secondary to that is what's called the voicemail drop, okay? You can use this instead of this. It's ideal to do both of them, but this is automated and this is not. So a voicemail drop it's called a Ringless voicemail drop. So you can record a message that says, again, thank you my name is blah, blah, blah. Thank you so much for checking out the home. I just wanted to call and see if you had any questions about it, blah, 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 blah. So what this does is actually leaves a voicemail for the lead without it ever ringing. So what that does is they get a message on their phone that says, hey, you got a new voicemail. And these people are interested and they're going to go listen to it. Some of them will call you back. Some of them won't. The point is it's automated. So again, you can do this with hundreds of leads per month. So yeah, so that's useful. So all 4 of these things should be done, and you cover a lot of grounds. Again, when you have free time, jump on Facebook Messenger, put them into Facebook, connect with them, start chatting with them. Same thing with LinkedIn. The more times they see your face, the more likely they are to talk to you and be open to having a conversation, which is the most important part, okay? Sorry about that. So this is all fantastic, but if you don't stick to the process, you don't automate it, it's never going to happen. With this, within 3 days, we typically have about 35 to 40% response rate, which is absolutely fantastic. After they're done with the initial what we call a drip campaign, which is all of these combined, which is about 7 days, then we add everything to a long-term drip, which is essentially the same thing as this, but it's less frequent, okay? So this one, you'll send an email the first day, you'll send a couple texts, you'll call them a couple times, you'll voicemail. The next day, you'll email, text them again. Third day, you might leave a voicemail, whatever it may be. It's very frequent, multiple times per day for at least a week. And then after that, if you're not connecting, you might as well put them on an automated long-term drip, which has maybe, one email per week. And then maybe you're calling every 2 weeks, whatever it may be. Again, you can play with all of these things. The important thing is to have a process in place and follow them. That's the essential part. If you have all this in place, you can get 100 leads and get about 35 to 40% of them to actually respond. So a person saying, good talking to you or whatever, or I'm interested in a home in this area, whatever it may be. And then that's when you take over all of this. You turn all of this off. So let's see, I want to show you. Once they respond, okay, that should be your main goal always. So the first goal is generate a lead. Sorry, that's a terrible one. Generate lead. Number 2 is establish contact. All right. So we generated the lead in Facebook. All right. So we got their name, email, phone number. We got the way to contact them. The second thing is establish contact, and we're going to do that through automation, because if you don't, it's going to take you forever and you're going to end up not doing it. 3 is build rapport. So that's kind of hard to teach. There's a lot of books out there, but truly just act like they're a friend. Be useful to them. Don't just try and immediately sell them and say, hey, I want to be a real estate agent. Be useful. Provide them homes that they're looking for, or genuinely be interested in what they're talking about. Because once you establish contact and start building that rapport, that's when you'll have a client for life, and you'll be able to help them and find them a home and all that good stuff. But the beautiful part is this is where you're going to get the most success out of everything. Facebook's ads can be taught all day long. There's tons of videos, tons of services. I do that for my clients all day long. It works. It's an amazing way to keep your pipeline full. But if you do not have the automation and follow up there, you're going to miss out. I see it all the time. People start generating leads. They run for a few days, a couple weeks. They say these leads are terrible. Facebook leads suck, whatever it may be. And they stop using them, and they literally just missed out on doing this process. And when you generate 100 leads, if you close even just 1% of them, it's going to be highly fruitful. If you continue to do this, you'll easily close 2 to 5% of your leads over a 6-month span. And again, you're doing that month over month, and it's a simple, very simple way to consistently grow your real estate business. So that is how you convert leads into clients. All right. There's a lot of automation and technology that's going into this, a lot of setup, but it's highly worth it. I would definitely recommend you look into it. I'm here to help if you have questions, and I hope this was useful.